Hi, this is Billy RL, Real Life. I'm coming to you because if you haven't heard of it yet, you're hearing it now. Donald Trump is going to have the biggest parade that has ever happened on June 14th. This is going to be a military parade. He's claiming that it will be celebrating the Army's 250th anniversary. But it's not. It's just a parade to show how big he thinks he is. This parade is going to cost the American people $16 million. But that is just to fix the streets that will be damaged after the parade. Um, the whole estimated total will be $45 million. Now, you have people who are claiming that they are going to have a massive protest on the same day of this parade. And these protests are going to happen not only in America, but abroad as well. And they're saying it's going to be the most massive protest that really has ever been. I and the team are telling you all this. The minute that you go down to the street with this massive protest, things are going to happen, and it's not going to be good things, it's going to be bad things. This that you will be giving Trump exactly what he's looking for, the perfect opportunity to declare martial law. And as you all know, once he declares martial law, he will remain president indefinitely because no one is going to rule against him, because everyone that's in place and the government right now are people he put in place. All of the ones who were against him are now gone from their government positions of power. So once he declares martial law, he will be the president indefinitely. Protesting this man is not going to work. It's not going to work because of the fact that you can protest him all you want to. You are failing to remember that this man was selected. He was not elected, he was selected. And he was selected by the Rothschilds. He was selected by the Jesuits. And they chose him because he is going to be the last president. There may not there will probably be more elections, but he will be the last president. There will be no other president after him, like there will be no other popes after the pope that's currently in office. And you have to understand that everything that is taking place now, as much as we hate to say it, I and the team hate to say it, it is biblical, and it has to be carried out all the way to the end. And so nothing that anyone can do is going to get him out of office. The only way that you can get him out of office is you have to kill the head. And you can't kill the head because the head is underground, really underwater, and you can't kill him. You can't. So it's useless. All of these ideas about we're going to have a massive protest. The protests are going to look like the protests that you all have always been having since Trump has gotten office. A Woodstock-like picnic. That's what it will be. And so there's no need to protest because I'm telling you, the minute that you take to the streets, the only thing that it's going to cause is you to get killed. Because Trump is serious when he says that he is not going to have anyone to go up against him. He is serious. And that warning is not just to those who are of Spanish descent, it is towards everyone. And so we're telling you, I and the team, we are telling you, do not go out and protest because protesting will cause chaos to happen. And you all know that out of chaos comes order. The best thing to do to hurt Trump is to not give him the attention he's seeking after. And that's why he's putting on this president, because excuse me, that's why he's putting on this parade. He wants to be like North Korea President Kim Jong-un. He wants to be like Putin, where he is revered. And he will never be that way because of the fact that, number one, North Korea, they are already under the New World Order. Everyone there is already chipped. I know that may be hard to believe, but they are. That's why they revere Kim Jong-un. The same with the majority, a huge, huge majority of the residents of Russia. They are already RFID chipped. This is why they revere Putin. Half of the United States don't like Trump. And so, but he doesn't, in his mind, he thinks he's so beloved because that's the trait of an antichrist. And so this is why he's putting on this parade. It's a love letter to him, for him, by him. And so he's hoping that everyone will see this massive love letter that he's giving to himself, for himself, and by himself. But if you tune him out and say, no, I'm not going to watch it. I may read an article or two about it, but I'm not going to give him my attention. I am not going to go down there. If you do that, then you will be hurting him. Just like on Inauguration Day, half of the people didn't even come and see him. And not only this time, but the last time he took office, and that time he had the Inauguration Day parade, and half of the people didn't even show up. And that hurt him because that attention wasn't there. And so this is how you hurt him, because I'm telling you, the minute that you do these protests, we are going to go into martial law. Well, I'm telling you, me and the team are telling you, you're going to go into martial law. Be smart, be wise. These people on TikTok and all these other social media sites who are urging you to be a part of these protests, a lot of these people are working for the government, because I will tell you this. I and the team have done research, and we have found out that they are creating a massive email list, a contact list of every single person in America who is against Trump. They're creating a database of all the names and the addresses and the phone numbers and the email addresses of those who are against Trump. And once they get that database together, thanks to Peter Thiel, the one who's behind it all, they are going to come after these people. And it's not going to be there saying, oh, they're going to be deported. No, they're not going to be deported anyway. They're going to be annihilated. That's what's going to happen. But you won't hear about that in the news. On the news, they'll just say, oh, they have been deported. No, they won't be deported anyway. They're going to be annihilated. And so we're telling you, this is not the way to go. These protests, if they were going to do something, you all have been protesting since he got in office this last time. Has it done anything? No. He's still passing laws. He's still making life hard for the everyday American man and woman. It's not going to do any good. The best way to get back at him is to tune him out. Don't give him any attention. That's what he's looking for, is attention. So I and the team, we are telling you this. And also, we're letting you know this too. He's having this parade 2 days before Juneteenth. And that is not by coincidence. And see, what he's going to do is when he has this parade on the 14th, watch what we tell you. When Juneteenth comes, nothing is going to be celebrated on that day under his orders, just like on Black History Month. And he will be doing that to further make blacks and whites angry. And they will be then angry over that, and angry over the fact that just 2 days earlier, he had this massive parade that was really a fascist love letter to himself, for himself, by himself. So that's going to make them even more angrier. That's why he chose June 14th, because his birthday, his birthday is on June 14th. But as we have researched, no one has ever had a massive not a president, had a massive birthday parade like he's planning to have. And he's doing that on purpose, because what he's going to do is 2 days later, he's going to say, well, we don't have the funds to celebrate Juneteenth because we just had the massive day parade. And then again, the damage that will be done to the streets will make it impossible for Juneteenth to be celebrated in Washington, D.C. And that's usually, even though they have other festivities on Juneteenth in other states, but it's primarily celebrated in Washington, D.C. But if the streets are destroyed, how can that happen? And all of this is a part of their game plan. I and the team have been telling everyone we come across, they are they are not broken. They are not failing. They are everything is going according to plan with them. And if you go out there and protest, that will just make their plan a lot more easier. He knows that he cannot legally get a third term. So the only way for him to get a third term is to have some type of chaotic event to happen. And you going to do a massive protest, even abroad, because they don't think that because you are in Ireland, Scotland, UK, wherever, that, well, hey, we can protest over here because Trump is not the president over here. No, but he has his leaders and those people who run Ireland, the president, whoever runs Ireland, Scotland, the UK. Well, I think the UK, the UK runs the whole entire, all the cities there, the countries, Ireland, Scotland, and all. Those leaders of those countries, they are all under Trump's domain. Don't let what you see on the news fool you. Russia, Putin is against Trump, Trump is against Putin. That is stage theater. They're all in this together. So you protest over there and you're thinking, hey, we can protest over here since the Americans can't do it because Trump doesn't run anything over here. Oh, they're going to have martial law over there too. They're going to do it over there because they're all in on it. Remember, now we told you back in September, they all signed a one world treaty that if any type of chaos happens, the UN will come in and take control. And the UN and martial law goes hand in hand. And that means that if chaos happens, no matter what country you are in, they're going to come in and they're going to take control. And Trump will take rule, not just over the United States, but then he will take rule over the whole entire world. And you may say, well, how can that be? He's just the president of the United States. But you fail to remember, we are not under the Constitution anymore. We are not under the Declaration of Independence anymore. We are under a new type of reset, whereas the Antichrist will take rule everywhere. So we're telling you people, do not do this. The best way to hit him where it hurts is to tune him out. Don't watch. Don't go down there. Don't send him any messages on that day. Fuck you, Trump. Don't do anything like that because what you're doing, you're giving him, again, you're giving him the attention he wants. Just ignore him. Act like it's a regular day. Go to the mall, or if it's on, I'm pretty sure I think it would be on a Saturday. Go somewhere else and just tune him out. We're telling you people, this is a warning because you didn't listen the first time when we told you all not to vote for him. And even though voting doesn't matter, but by you showing up at the polls, what you did was you requested for the Antichrist to be put in there. So if no one had went, and I'm going to say this and then I'm going to close this video, if no one had went to the polls, how could they have said that Trump got all the votes? They couldn't have said it because no one went to the polls. But see, by people going to the polls and voting him in there, that made it easy for them to say, oh, he won. Even though he didn't win anything, he was selected. But see, you all asked for him. If you hadn't asked for him, you wouldn't have went to the polls and voted for anyone. And so, we told you all not to do that. And I'm not talking about my subscribers because I know that my subscribers, our team subscribers, didn't do it. We were talking about everyone who just happens to come across this video here and who went and voted. We told you not to vote. You did it, and look what happened. So we're telling you again, be smart. Do not engage in any type of protest that will cause the chaos to happen. So the only thing that I'm going to say is that I have given you the facts and the truth and the knowledge. It's up to you to accept it, reject it, and leave it alone. But whatever happens upon your attendance and your presence and going to that parade, don't come back and complain about it. Okay? Peace, love, and most of all, Billy RL and the team. We say to each and every one of you out there, and we extend to you our power. Good night.